There are two primary ways to get connections on LinkedIn. I'm going to break down both of them for you, but I'm going to tell you the second way is the way that I really prefer to get them. So the first way is to do what's called customized connection requests. So you identify somebody you'd like to connect with, you go up and you add a message, and you've got 300 characters to say something witty, interesting, study their profile, say something original that'll get them to what? Accept the connection with you. This takes a lot of work. You have to do a lot of research. You got to reach out. A lot of people are just going to ignore you or reject you. It's going to take you a lot of time to start to amass connections that way, okay? But you can do it. The second way is for you to think about the topics you are most interested in and view your LinkedIn feed as a way for you to serve your future network. Hear me out. So if you think about your LinkedIn feed, if you fill that with articles and videos and graphics of things that you come across that are relevant to your skill set, to your industry, to the type of work you do, and you share them in the feed and you add a little commentary, like your point of view, what you think about it, why you agree with it, why you disagree with it, and you start to put this in a feed, even if you have zero connections. And if you do this and add in some hashtags that are related to the topics, this content that you produce is going to go out and be seen by complete strangers. But when you do this consistently, you know what happens? They see you, and then they reach out and ask you to connect. This is how they do it on every other social media platform. And LinkedIn has made a conscious decision to now become a social media platform. In fact, they changed their algorithm back in July to merit and reward people who are producing content. And I'll give you a little bonus tip. There is something called creator mode that you can switch on. It doesn't cost you anything. You switch it on in your profile. And what it does is signal to LinkedIn that you are going to be publishing content. You even choose the 5 hashtags that would be most related to the content you'll be sharing. When you turn this feature on and you add your hashtags and you start posting content, you're going to see the amount of views skyrocket on your profile. And this is how not only people that would like to connect with you will find you and invite you to connect, but it's how recruiters find you too. So this simple act of serving your future network, giving them helpful information, tips, and advice. You're not acting like a guru. You're not saying like you know everything. Think of all the other social platforms you're on where you want to share helpful advice, whether it's you're on Facebook and you're sharing recipes or whatever it is. This is just where you're sharing, but it's related to your career, your industry, your work. This is the massive shift that's happening on LinkedIn right now. And the early adopters, the people that turn on creator mode and just start serving their network by sharing content, are going to benefit massively by getting these connection requests. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I would much rather serve my network and have people ask to connect with me than me have to go and ask them to connect. And if you really want to do this correctly, start serving your network, getting people asking you to connect, but then also be really strategic then in who you want to connect with, because once you start filling your feed and you send a custom connection request and they go over and see that your feed is filled with really insightful information, the likelihood that they'll actually accept your connection request will go up. So that's why I think the second way is way better, at least for me. And then once you get that going, you can use the first way, and that's how you build your connections, okay? That's how everyone can build their connections now on LinkedIn. It wasn't always this way on LinkedIn. They've changed over many years, and they've changed the algorithm, and people don't know about it. So this is your chance to do that, okay? All right, and if you want to, go ask me to connect. Just customize the connection request and say, hey, JT, I saw you on TikTok. Can we connect? I'd be happy to connect with you on LinkedIn, okay? Good luck, my friends. You've got this. Keep the questions coming. Like and follow and post them here. Go get them.